Today we're taking the stereo out of a 2007 Nissan Murano. The problem we're having with this one today is the stereo turns on, everything seems to work, but there is no sound. This is one of the most common problems with this stereo. And I've looked around the car here and I've noticed that there's a baby seat in the back seat, and we normally see coins in this stereo. One other common problem is the CD changer doesn't work. Disconnecting the car battery for several minutes and hooking it back up can sometimes reset this CD changer and bring it back to working. We suggest that before you think of repair. But this problem with the radio turning on and no sound, there are definitely coins in this radio. We haven't been able to check yet, but that's one of the most common problems we see. Now, to remove this stereo, we're going to start by prying this top panel above with the AC vents out of the dash, and pulling on the back of it at the same time, and remove this panel, and we're going to set that off to the side. Next, down at the bottom sides of the car stereo, there are two plastic panels here. It might seem like one, but you can pull that down and it releases the panel. There's a dime already down here, so that's my guess about coins in the radio is a good one. Sometimes there is a little panel light that fits into the bottom of this panel, and when you pull out the left side, you have to disconnect this. We're going to set these panels to the side. Next, there are two screws hidden back up behind the stereo here, and we're going to remove the first one. We're going to remove the second one. Now, on the left side of the stereo, there is one screw down here that's exposed since we removed that panel that goes underneath. And that screw removes. We're going to do the same with the right side. And that screw is right here. And there we go. Now we're going to grasp the radio and pull it from the dash. Okay, presently we're at the back of the stereo here. The antenna sits way over here. We can just grasp the base of this one, and this one will release. We're going to start down here at the bottom of this connector here. There's a little trigger. You push it down into the connector and it releases. Here's the trigger that sits on the connector right here. This is the piece you want to push down. We're going to do the same with the second connector. Move all the way across and get the next connector. Some of these triggers are so small that sometimes takes another tool to push in on that trigger. I'm going to use my Phillips screwdriver to push in on the trigger and wiggle that connector loose. Now we got one at the bottom of the car stereo. Push that trigger in, that releases. The next connector. Next connector. Next connector. Now we have one left that sits off to the side here. The trigger happens to be right there, and release. Coins that I mentioned. We have plenty in this one. I'll guess about 47 cents. Now the stereo will have to be removed from the metal brackets. You can remove the brackets and then the screws that hold the brackets in. And that's how you remove a stereo out of a Nissan Murano. Hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions on repair of this stereo, please give us a call. We do have quite a bit of experience with this one. Thank you for watching our video.